Day, 7 in Scotland, and things are going pretty good. Then I started thinking, everyone's plotting against me, and how did this happen, and why me? People that are going to work together once there's like a swap, and I really want him to like design it. So my goal with Cochrane is to like, Cochrane, decide things. Oh, well, this is good. So we started talking about Eliza, which is a very interesting subject, and I'm glad I remembered this. And then number 2, let's see, oh yeah, she's social. With really social players, it's hard to know who they're really close to because everyone feels like they're number 1. Some good conversations today so that we can move into the swap with a good position. Instead of like scrambling and just being like, ah. So I almost want to like, don't say it, but I almost want to like throw a challenge. Also, I volunteered as tribute, so I'm wearing that. See you next time. Guess what it's time for? Another Andrea confessional. So here we go. This lullaby may put you to sleep. If not, I'm sure my confessional will. So, points to talk about. This time I came up with like a little notes here. Let's break them up, let's F them. Whatevs. Or are they actually plotting my demise? If it was me, it would have been a good blindside. How can you trust us already? It's only been 2 days and we haven't talked about really anything except like, oh, I wonder how the clans are gonna be formed. Let me fix this. Ah! So I started freaking out. 9:13 p.m. or you could say 8:13 Brobe Standard Time. So, duh, I didn't message you. That was only 17 minutes before the competition. Then also I told him this and I thought this was pretty good. And it's also partly true. We're good, we're cool, everything's good. But now I know that Cochrane is the type of person that does get paranoid. Like, Cochrane's a little more like, and high maintenance than I thought. So hopefully he bought it and he's not just saying that. We are having a lot of strategic discussion. And then Denise is a man. But we'll get into that. This song is called Quotes of Denise. Hello, Andrea. I am so happy to have such a bubbly spirit in this game. I think that a young sprite like yourself can add a lot of color to an often colorless sky here in Scotland. LOL. Andy. I can see you rocking that skimpy little plaid buff around your breasts. I'm calling you doll and doll and doll and Andy and doll. By day 39, it'll be literally like the Emily show. And I was like, hey, Rocky. Rocky is a little tricky because if they're fractured and we're trying to work as a unit of 5 and these two don't get along, you know, it creates a fracture, it creates dissension. Whatever, I broke a promise. Sorry. What? I'm so offended. You don't know who will tell what and who it'll get back to and all that. Don't ask questions, just accept. This is the battle cry of my people. I went a little Braveheart Blue today. Thought all was well until all of a sudden names started turning white and I started seeing dungeon. Then I knew things was up. Then I read the dungeon. You know what it reminds me of, honestly? The Hunger Games. This is like the Hunger Games. You have like, 17 people from 4 different districts. You throw them in a locked container and you say, last one here lives. You know what? I'll make this work. I'll just do what everyone else is doing because like likes like. Can you see the blue? Is it good? Okay, it took me a while to do. Rupert's using the taco code. So once again, Rupert shows his cards, and even though I'm in his taco clan, I know where I stand in that. I'm probably like, the sour cream or something on top of that taco. I'm not really the meat to the shell. I'm like the condiment on the top, maybe like green onions or something. So, I don't know how far we're going to take this taco code situation because do I say things like, hey, maybe we should trim the taco a little bit, or hey, I think the taco needs more toppings. What do you say, Rocky? Do you think, Lil likes extra toppings on the taco and like try to get Lil in this taco clan? Or do I say things like, wow, this taco really tastes bad. I think, the salsa in here is really bad. Eliza, what do you, wow, or everybody loves tacos. Tacos are too social. We need to, decrease the sociability of the taco by eliminating a social topping of the taco. You know, like, we could go on and on with these taco innuendos and until they really don't make sense. I think we will be in the dungeon until, like, I'm thinking Sunday night. I think we're gonna have 3 vote outs. And that would put us at what? 14 people? Be like, yeah, let's do it. And, like, you know, just care for myself. It's kind of like, am I the sheep or am I the Scotsman? You know, am I gonna be the one that just lets people decide? And I'm like, oh yeah, as long as it's not me. Or do I be the one that makes more of the decisions? Whoever does win the title of Sole Survivor of Survivor Scotland, it's going to mean a whole lot more knowing there was such a huge twist in it. Kind of makes it more special, which is cool. I'm drinking a little super intense Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade, so we know things are getting serious tonight. And immediately I was like, it's not me. And then I was like, it's not Lil or Cochran or Rocky or Penny. And it's miraculous that Summer Led is still 5 strong, which makes me very nervous because I feel like we're going to be targeted hugely at the merge because of that sole reason. What the fish? For example, Lil is saying, do you truly think it's better to keep people here that deserve it rather than voting them out when you have the chance before they could become major threats later on? Good question. And Rupert's response was, I also want to make it clear that the 5 of us have no alliance and have not had any alliance at any time. Okay. Does that mean that the Perfect 10 didn't exist? That you didn't send us out a giant-ass email the day before, or like the hour before we split into clans? Okay. But basically, Cochran's saying, I don't really buy it, to be blunt. Maybe there was an alliance, no alliance between those specific 5, but at least some of those marked folks, plus others here, you seem very close with. And so in my decision tonight, I have got to consider those bonds being more numerous and stronger than the ones that we share. Boom. Done. Game over. Cochran wins. You could like everyone, but there's people you like, people you really like, people you really, really like, and people you love. And so yeah, you can talk about how you like everyone, and this is one big happy family, but there is a pecking order, Rupert, to your people that you like. Blah, 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 blah. Let me start over. And so Rupert could definitely be more so that than Dawn, I think, personally. Votes change, like, second by second. And if you're, oh yeah, I've pre-voted 5 hours ahead of time for this person, things could change. What if that person wins immunity? Or what if Plan B wins immunity, but then we were going to change Plan A? Just wait a little bit. Welcome to the Wallace clan. I have our theme song. I think I have to say that I'm officially stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. I am stupid. I was like, hey, if Lil and Penny have each other, me and Cochran can hook up. Figuratively and literally. I let Cochran know, since we were all like Dr. Phil and Oprah-ing this out, you know, loading our feelings on each other. Especially if Lil hasn't told you about it yet, because Lil was in on that. So, there you go. Or was she? Yes, she was. It was like 3 weeks ago. It's like last month. What the hell? Cochran's really good at this game. To sit next to him in the final 2 would be like suicide. Alright, so then we all turned green and turned into the Wallace clan. And I started freaking out because I was like, oh my god. Because about the time that I looked, I only saw half our names had been turned to green so far. And it said Wallace. I was like, oh my god, the other half is going to be Bropes and it's going to be like purple or something. So it was like another freaking like twist here of 2 clans of 5. And I was like, oh my god. Right now, it's just kind of that friendly, fake kind of conversation that it's like, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, so let's just ramble about, like, nothing in particular and, like, add lots of smiley faces to our conversation. She was all like, oh, I heard you were pretty blindsided by that Penny vote. You know, you and I have that in common because I was pretty blindsided by Kenny's vote. Kind of like, hey, we have something in common. But I'm not buying it. However, I don't trust her still because remember how she said, I won't vote you out anytime soon? Anytime soon? Kim telling me she's gonna vote me out later, like maybe next week, but not now, so let's be friends. I'm like, how's your relationship with Troy, Xana, and Marcus? And she's like, oh, it's still pretty good, I think. You know, because I tried to save Marcus. Yeah, it's real good. Don't tell me it's pretty good. It's real good. Which it did! Party break! I'll drink to that. Hi, ... question mark? I can't believe the vote is tomorrow night because holy cow, I haven't talked about the vote to anyone. So that's kind of scary. You have Lil and Cochran, Marcus and Troyzan as the two probably closest pairs in this game, perhaps. Then you have the rest of the people that were on that last Tartan and Galloway group. You know, Cindy maybe my next new best friend. Over and out. So I'm going to talk really fast. Okay, so, I always forget what to say. I get, like, tongue-tied. No, I love her. But the craziest, most stressful time that a vote has ever been that I've been a part of. I'm coasting around this middle ground right now, and I seem to be in a safe spot. He's logical. He's predictable. You know what his next move is going to be, because his next move is going to be what makes sense. Voted Cochran to save my own butt, I'll admit it. You know, my individual desire to win this game trumps loyalty. Just gotta play like Jared this time. Maybe I'll win. Are they gonna do the easy vote 3 times in a row? Hell no. They're gonna do the big moves that get the jury impressed and that, you know, they can write down on their resume and recite off to in their final speech. Dawn was the one saying that it should be Lil, Cochran, me, Eliza, Dawn, and Kim as a 6th. So that only leaves out Cindy, Troyzan, Marcus, and Spencer. I was like, oh my god. So I had to do damage control because Troyzan's really going to be important to my game. I think he's the center of this like game right now, the epicenter, and you need to be well connected with Troyzan if you want to win this game. So, I know, I'm not going to throw names at her again. Lil is concerned, but I think Lil will be okay. But I didn't say that let's vote Dawn out. Do I think there's people out there saying names? Yeah. And then tomorrow, I'm not going to say anything. Girl, you never seen it. My tits by a little more serious. My touch say it's the minus. We can flush your man a minus. You better say it. If you afraid, then you come out over me. Things got a little cray-cray this week. So, basically, you know what I mean? Either or, I think they both need to go. Oops. So, make that line down the middle a little more apparent. So there you go. Challenge time, and it was just like the Clue game, which was really fun. Eliza did say today that I'm like the nicest person and everybody loves you and blah blah blah, so maybe I am playing up that like sweet Andrea, Nalea, like really nice southern girl and like haha, amen, hallelujah sister. Oh snap. There's so much time between now and then, anything can happen. They voted for me. You have to do what you have to do. Cheers to that. The fact that I'm getting rid of you has nothing to do with me being a sheeple. It's me making a personal decision that I can't trust you. Ugh, girl, be a little more like, you know, confident. I remember your confessional from last year saying how, you know, you need to lie to people on their way out, basically. Tell them, even if they're not a threat, tell them that's why you voted them out, because they were a threat, because people love to hear that. If I am in the final 2 in the end and they're sitting on the jury, they feel like they know me and they feel like, you know, that I've earned it. I need to really like focus in these next few days. I think there's a lot of room to maneuver. I think everyone is very serious about this game, and I think everyone is willing to do what it takes to win. There were 4 clans. There was a dungeon. There were no PMs. It's like you've earned it more, because it was harder, I think. A harder game. So, I told you before, this was a serious cast that you made. So I'm impressed. Everyone's out to play. Everyone's out to win. This dog is out to sleep. Oh my god. He's sleeping, so he's really tired. Here in Scotland. The end. Votes in what, an hour?